back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 103 Voyager class Studio Series Rhinox. And honestly, this is probably the best Beast Wars character that we've gotten in that film, because the figure itself is just so great. The articulation is amazing. The transformation is very simplistic, unlike the original Kingdom Rhinox. So in this video, we're going to take a look at this figure, go over the packaging, artwork, the figure itself, comparisons, transformation, articulation, and details, and so on and so forth. So without further ado, let's get stuck with the packaging. Here we have Rhinox's packaging, and here we can see a nice CG render of Rhinox in his beast mode, maximized into that Rhino mode, and you could take a look at all the rust detailing, all the panel detailing. Everything on this figure looks really great. Studio Series Rhinox 103, Hasbro, blah blah blah. Studio Series 103 Voyager class. Right here, we get some nice product shots, and I believe these were probably some 3D images, not the official product shot, because our figure looks nothing compared to this. This figure actually looks slightly better, but at the same time, our figure in person does look better as well. So, right here we see product shots. The iconic movie scene is the Peruvian jungle discovery. It says, Rhinox charges onto the scene to protect the maximal lair from intruders. So in that film, basically what it says right here actually happened. Right here we can see a nice CG render of Rhinox in his robot mode, and then we can see like a lot of nice detailing on the robot mode itself. So yeah, and the top says Transformers Rise of the Beast. So with that done, now let's take a look at the figure. Here we have Rhinox in his robot form, and this figure looks really great. If we just take a look at the detailing on the face sculpt, it does remind me of the original design. However, there is some slight changes. I will bring in the original design shortly afterward, but we can see there is so much detail going on. Right here you can see some battle scars. Right here you could barely see the Maximal logo. It is painted in metallic silver, but I really do like that. That is a neat detail. I'm not so sure in the film if it really showed that much. I'm gonna have to watch it again, but you can see there is a lot of detailing toward the neck region and the head region. A lot of gears and stuff around the arms. There's a lot of detailing as well. Some hydraulics, gears, and stuff like that. Around the legs, we can see some nice details as well. So yeah, we could also see that the legs of his robot form are basically the legs in his Rhino form. So that is just one thing I did want to mention. Right here on the back, he has no kibble whatsoever, and I'm so happy that he doesn't. It makes this figure even look more bulkier, more stronger, and makes him feel like an actual the destroyer, like how he is in the film. He was like this really strong character in the film, and I really do like that the figure even incorporated everything. He feels strong, sturdy, and he's quite hefty compared next to the other Maximals. Now let's take a look at his articulation and his accessories. So starting off, he does have one accessory, this being his Warhammer accessory, similar to the Transformers Last Night Bumblebee hammer, except this is a whole new sculpt. Right here we can see some spikes painted in metallic silver. This whole region is sculpted in gray, and we can see so much detailing going on right here. I really wish maybe if this figure came after the movie's release, maybe we'd have gotten a little bit more detailing right here. Because in the film, Rhinox's Warhammer did glow green with Energon. Cheetor's spear glowed blue with Energon. So yeah, if we had something, it would have this figure later down. Maybe we would have seen some nice details on this accessory. But it's not bad, to say the least. I really do like it. It just looks really cool. It goes well with mostly any figure, but specifically Rhinox, it looks wicked. So as far as articulation goes, he does have a waist joint right here. He has a ball joint, I believe. He can look up, down, tilt side to side, look left to right. He has a swivel joint right here. Oh, and I will tell you this, that these regions right here, they will attach all the time. So that is just one little critique I do have. And he does have butterfly joints here, mostly for transformation, but you could use them if you wanted to for other positions. Right here has mushroom peg on the bicep. He has 90-degree bend on the elbow, full 360 wrist rotation. Unfortunately, no finger grip, no finger rotation, but he does have a lot of rotation around there. I did open this region up just to show you how much detail, even though we never see this in our robot form. Only when we transform it, we can see that there's so much detail applied to this figure, and it just looks so cool. And you could just reattach this piece however you like, just like that. Like I said, he has raised rotation. He has rotation on the legs. He has a hinge joint right here. hinge joint that could, a swivel joint that could go back this far, past 90-degree bend, mostly due to the transformation. So you could get him in some really unique poses if you did want to do that, and his leg as well has a ankle bend, and it could go back and forth. So yeah, basically this figure is really well articulated. I just really wish that maybe this whole region wasn't so, the shoulder region is just what's really kind of bugging me, but it's not that bad, honestly. As long as you just keep him right there on the shelf, he looks really cool. So yeah, that was Rhinox's robot form. So now let's see how he scales next to our Beast Wars and other movie verse characters. I brought in the original Beast Wars Rhinox, the Kingdom version, and we can see that they look nothing alike. Maybe the face, but you can see that this whole new Rise of the Beast character next to our Beast Wars character is completely different. On the Rise of the Beast, there is no back kibble, there is no ugly transformation, there is no imperfections with this. Well, this one was just a complete mess. I mean, come on. This figure was, I didn't even review this figure on the channel because of the transformation being so terrible. But honestly, it's not a bad figure by any stretch of imagination. It looks really great with the collection, but the transformation was just so horrendous. I really, honestly hated the transformation for this figure. But this new figure is just amazing. I really love it. We can see how some adaptations from our OG design to our new design did carry over, such as our face design. I'm not so sure around the body region, but we can see maybe the shoulders a little bit. The back region, the horns do pop out of his shoulders right here, and then the horns pop out of the back of his back right here on our original version. But we can see that there is so much difference here, and I really do like this newer version instead, because the transformation is so much simpler and so much more satisfying than this ever was. Beast Wars characters being Rat Trap, Air Razor, and Tigatron. Right here, I brought them in just for a quick comparison. If you own these figures, you can see how well Rhinox stacks among them, and he does slightly tower over Tigatron. And Tigatron is a Voyager that costed around $30 at the time, so we can see that Tigatron is still smaller than Rhinox, and these two are obviously way smaller than him as well. So yeah, basically Rhinox is a very hefty figure. Here I brought in our Studio Series and Studio Series Air Razor and Cheetor right here for our Beast Rise of the Beast size comparison, and we can see that unfortunately we never saw Air Razor transform, but we can see Cheetor and Rhinox here. We can see how they scale with one another, and they scale perfectly. This is how they look like in the film when they both maximize in that amazing scene of Cheetor, Rhinox, maximize! In that scene, we could see that they transform into these robot forms, and they are accurate to the film, and I really do like how they look. Like, they look amazing in the collection, and I cannot wait to get Optimus Primal to complete the Maximals of Rise of the Beasts. And now for one of the final comparisons, here I brought in Optimus Prime, Galvatron, RC, Wheelcheck, and Bumblebee for a size comparison. We can see Rhinox towers almost nearly all of them. Now we can see our Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime, and Galvatron are exactly the same size. So I brought in this deluxe class just to see how Rhinox scales with them, and we can see that he absolutely towers over these deluxe classes. But then when we bring in our Voyager classes, he is around the same size and height and mass and build. So we can see Galvatron is around Rhinox's size and height, and so is Optimus Prime. And even bringing in the Kingdom Dinobot for a quick comparison, I brought him in just to see if Dinobot being a smaller Voyager, we can see Dinobot is in fact smaller than Rhinox. Even though Dinobot was a small / medium-sized Voyager, we can see that he still scales well with Rhinox. Bringing in Rhinox here on his backdrop, we can see that he looks really nice here in the backdrop, and we could get some really nice detailing and concept art of the scene, and it looks really nice. I really do like how it looks like. I believe this was part of a deleted scene. I'm not so sure. I'm gonna have to rewatch the movie because I honestly forgot everything, but I just remember that Rhinox does have some really nice screen time. He only has one line, which was basically him roaring in the film. So yeah, basically Rhinox and his backdrop here, I think it looks nice. Really nice concept. I really want to see Rhinox in the future of these Transformer films. And now, being one of the newer Rise of the Beast characters, and specifically a Maximal and a fan favorite, I was not expecting the transformation to be this easy. I'm so glad it did, and it was really satisfying and easy, and it's accurate. I do have some critiques with it, but we'll go over later. So the first thing you're gonna have to do, if you haven't done so already, is if you take a look at the detailing right here, this area that looks like abs, you're then gonna get your nail, put it in between here, unclip it open. And I did want to mention that this thing right here does remind me of the Transformers Last Night, the Knights and Optimus Prime. They do have this thing, so I really hope that we could see maybe some Knights in the future of the studio series, specifically the Age of Extinction slash the Last Night Optimus Prime design. But yeah, so then after that, now that you have done that, you're gonna get this, and then there are these two little slots right here where my finger is pointing, right here and right there. These are gonna simply go inside right there. This one as well, they're gonna go inside. Then after that, you're then gonna focus your attention on the arms. Make sure that they do open from right here, from the inside. And we get the new Rhino foot. You're gonna rotate the whole arm like so, then click it in like that. Now that we have that, we have this arm, and just note that it will deattach sometimes if you don't click it right. So yeah, you're gonna do the same process on the other side. You're gonna take this, flip this whole region around, and then you're gonna click the arm inside here. And there, now we have Rhinox's Rhino feet ready. So what you're then gonna have to do is put your attention toward the back region, disengage this whole region, similar to Cheetor's transformation. Unload the head right here, and then after that, you're gonna open the head from this angle right here. Now that we have a lot of nice interior detailing, you're gonna get this horn, the Rhino horn, get it out, and it looks like he's gonna bite someone. Close it, boom, we have Rhinox's head right there. And then there is this like piece of plastic right here, this big piece right here, that's this whole region is gonna go over Rhinox's robot mode head. It just covers like that. And then after that, these pieces, they do have two joints, so they are gonna go inside of the arm right there. Make sure these are folded like this for now. You're gonna fold them like that for now. Then you're gonna click them into place right there. And then once you have that done, you're then gonna click the arms, put the arms down, rotate the arms like so, so that we get this nice complete look. Doesn't look unfinished like how I had it a few seconds ago. Like this, how it looks unfinished. You want to make sure that this guy looks like an animal. Make sure he looks like a rhino. So you are then gonna fold it like that. So then you are now gonna focus right here on this region right here. You're gonna bend the legs like so, bend this hinge joint and that hinge joint as well. Disengage this region right here, connect it into that piece. Make sure this piece is connected right there if you haven't done so already. And then just one little small detail I did forget to put is you have two modes. You could have these horns pointed out or pointed in. I personally like to have them pointed out, but for the sake of the video, I will have them going in for how you're supposed to transform them. Put this back inside right there. Put the head down. Connect this. Make sure everything's shape into place. And there we have Rhinox fully transformed into that really cool Rhino mode. And honestly, with all honesty, this looks like a strong, really strong, too strong Rhino. This guy is the actual definition of an animal. He looks crazy insane, crazy strong, and I really do like how he looks like. Just taking a look at let's take a look at the details. As far as the details go, we can see it's, the maximal eye color right there. It's green. We can see some nice paintwork on the face, the horn. Unfortunately, the horn is loose. I'm not so sure why, but I will try to look into that to try to tighten it somehow. Right here for the back region, we can see that it's covered and panelly. It's the same back in robot form. Right here we see some nice revealing areas of some hydraulic pipes and stuff like that, some hinges, pistons, and all that cool jazz. So we can see all of that cool stuff. Even the Rhino tail as well is in fact movable. So yeah, you can't really pose this guy in so many poses. He does have articulation on the mouth, so if you did want to have the mouth open, you could have the mouth open like so, or closed, however you want. I personally like to leave it slightly closed, slightly open, just like that, so that we could get like, Rhinox is on that timing, ready to fight the Predacons. So now that you have this, you are then gonna unfold it right here, click it into place, and then you're gonna push this inside this circular port right there. And then now that we have that pushed in, it does look like a missile pod. I personally like how it looks like, honestly, but at the same time it's just this whole region just looks kind of funny. And I really wish maybe if they put like I don't know, some sort of concept type of weapons, maybe it would have covered this region, because honestly this region looks nice, but at the same time it looks ugly. I'm not kidding. This whole region, this whole back region, he's strong, and then he just gets slim. He has a sleeper body here, and he's a bodybuilder right here, so I'm not so sure what happened to Rhinox here, but he does look alright. He's alright in Rhino form. Here for our Rise of the Beast size comparison, here we have Rhinox compared next to Cheetor and Airazor. We can see Rhinox's size compared to Airazor is near enough the same in length, but it's not really the same in width that much. But Rhinox is way bigger than Airazor. We can see Rhinox and Cheetor compared side by side to one another. We can see that Rhinox is in fact wider, but Cheetor does seem a little bit longer. Maybe they're about the same size, so we can see Cheetor and Rhinox being the same size in the film. And one final size comparison I did want to bring out is bring out Optimus Prime and Rhinox together, because mostly in the film Optimus Prime was always standing around and the Rhinox was always by his side all the time. So I think that this would be a pretty nice interpretation of those specific scenes. Maybe we can see Rhinox around the area, Cheetor in the background or something. We could have these whole scenes in the film, these wholesome scenes in the film. So I think Rhinox and Optimus Prime look really cool stacked up next to each other. I do feel like Rhinox should be slightly bigger, but I have not collected the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime at this moment yet, so we will wait and see if it's alright or Rhinox needs to be bigger. But overall, it's such an awesome figure in his Rhino mode. Here we have Rhinox for my final thoughts, and here we have all the Autobots and Maximals here. And my final thought of Rhinox, I say, if you see this figure, pick him up as soon as you can. I don't care if you don't have money, grab him. Just grab him. I mean, this figure is so great. I'm not exaggerating. This figure looks really cool. He scales well with other figures. His detail with other figures is amazing. His articulation is nice. He has no crappy transformation like our OG Rhinox. And that's why I didn't do a comparison, because I did not want to go through the stress of transforming him again. And it's just complicated with that figure. But this figure redeems Rhinox's character. I really do like him. In the film, he was a great addition to the cast. He looks so great in the film. In this figure mode, he looks great as well. So I really do like how Rhinox looks like with these other Rise of the Beast characters. So that about concludes my video. I'd say a rating out of this figure, I'd give this guy a solid 9 out of 10. Maybe if the back was covered, maybe it would have been a 10 out of 10, but this figure is pretty well done. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment. Tell me what things you want to see further in the channel, so I could give you some more videos and stuff like that. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.